What's up, Greg? So I'm a big fan of the Bachelor and Bachelorette series, and by big fan, I mean I watch it and complain the whole time because it's not exactly how I want it to be. But lately, I've been feeling even more so like the series has just taken a bad turn. There's really dumb producer-created drama on the show. Because of this, I've sort of been on the lookout for new reality dating shows to watch. I found out that MTV has a bunch of old dating shows that I've never seen before. I've heard people talk about them, but I've never actually watched them.
Curvy girls make my junk twitch.
And I've sort of fallen down a rabbit hole, but this one in particular, it's called MTV's My Own, has been keeping me awake at night.
Welcome to my palace of pink.
The concept for this show is so bizarre. Before I tell you what it's actually about, I want you to picture what you think would make a successful dating show. Like, what would actually lead to a relationship that lasts longer than just the episodes of the show? What do you think is most important? I personally think the main person, the person that everyone's trying to date, making sure that they are like a well-adjusted person that has the ability to form normal, healthy relationships with other people and will like you for you and doesn't want you to be someone else, because that would be weird. So this show is about helping people who are obsessed with celebrities find someone who looks and acts as much like that celebrity as possible so that they can basically have their own personal version of that celebrity. That's why it's called My Own. There's episodes about people who are obsessed with Beyonce, P. Diddy, and the show tries to connect these people with someone who looks enough like Beyonce to sort of quell this person's desires, to make them kind of calm down about the whole being obsessed with Beyonce thing. Now, this show took place between like 2005 and 2006, so a lot of the episodes aren't available online anymore, but I found one on YouTube and I watched it, and it is every bit as weird as you would think. It's actually probably even worse.
The only woman for me is both naughty and nice. I want my own pink.
So at the beginning of the episode, we're introduced to the main character, Nick. Nick isn't looking for a Beyonce or a Kanye West. He's looking for his own pink. He wants his own personal pink. And this whole intro segment where they introduce this guy is just them sort of like listing and showcasing a ton of red flags.
You and me, Friday night, what do you say?
Kind of like they're just normal personality traits. This guy's room is one of the weirdest single man rooms I've ever seen. I know there's this kind of stigma about single men that they live in these ridiculous living situations with like no furniture or like decorations or anything. I wish this guy didn't have any decoration. It seems like his room is literally just a full-sized bed and white walls covered in posters of pink. There's also caution tape all over the walls and a danger sign on the front door of his room, which is kind of considerate actually, now that I think about it, because I do feel like you need to be warned before entering his room, especially if you look like pink, apparently. That danger sign means danger. If you come into my room looking like pink, I'm gonna try to marry you. You will not leave without becoming my lawfully wedded wife.
Welcome to my palace of pink.
There's so many things that I love about Pink. She can sing, she's animal friendly, she does gymnastics, and she's the type of girl that I want around with my friends.
Those are the things you like about Pink? Those are the only things this grown man who's obsessed with a female celebrity likes about Pink, really? It's kind of funny how they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't just want to sleep with her. They're trying to make it seem like he's into other obscure parts of her. He says she's good with animals. Is that something she's known for? I guess I don't know that much about Pink, but really? He's just like making stuff up? Yeah. The reason I want to meet Pink so much isn't for any creepy reason. She's so charitable and she's honest. I've never heard her lie. She never lied to me. She never talked to me. She's never seen me at all, actually. But I've seen her every day outside her house.
This is my hermit crab, Pink. Ow!
Ow! Fucking bitch-ass crab! Ugh! Pink would never do that, dude.
Known Nick for like 15 years, one of my closest buddies.
Then we're introduced to some of Nick's friends who give us a little bit more perspective on who Nick is as a person.
Help us find Nick his own pink.
I'm just trying to picture this show like approaching his friends to be on it as well and telling them like, hey, we're making a show about Nick. We're kind of exploring his obsession with Pink. And they're like, oh my God, thank God, finally. Are you gonna help him? Are you gonna try to get him help so that he can move on with his life? And the show's like, no, actually, we're gonna make it way worse.
I don't remember the last time Nick got a date with a girl, but his obsession with Pink is definitely getting in the way of his love life.
And a show like this definitely will not help if he realizes there are women who are willing to be his personal Pink. Also, even ignoring the Pink thing, I feel like that might not be the only reason he hasn't had a date in years. I think there's a good chance he has more going on, and the Pink thing is just kind of like the most obvious, glaring issue. Like, if you took away all the Pink posters in his room, he would still have just an empty room with a bed bed, and a crab. So I think it's safe to say that there's more going on.
I met Nick when he was the captain of our football squad back in high school. Nick's living on another planet, and it's pink.
I feel like they skipped a lot of the story there. I met Nick when he was the captain of the football team. He had a lot going for him, man. And basically, to make a long story short, now he can't leave his house because he's too busy staring at posters of pink on his wall. This show might as well be called What If We Ignore the Real Problem? So they put Nick and his friends in the car, drive him to the studio, and they get ready to meet all of the contestants. One thing I'm noticing is that the Bachelor and Bachelorette are usually filmed at this like nice mansion in Malibu. It's a very romantic setting. This is filmed in like an office building. What is this place? This does not look like the type of place you would want to go to find love. This looks like a FedEx. All right, let's meet these contestants.
You know what? It's time to bring the ladies out. What do you say, guys? Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Come on, ladies.
Yeah, let's bring the ladies out. Let's see these ladies. They better look like pink. So the ladies come out. They each give like a short statement on who they are or why they think they would be a good pink for Nick.
What's up? My name's Lacey, and you need to pick me to be your own pink so we can get into some trouble later.
As these women come out and make their little jokes and vie for Nick's love, I have to wonder, what reason do any of these women have for wanting to win this show? I feel like the prize in this show would make your life worse. Having to be this guy's pink? What girl dreams of marrying a guy who's obsessed with another celebrity to the point where the only reason he even likes you is that you kinda look like her? You're just gonna spend the rest of your life knowing that, like, sure, you look kinda like pink, but you're not pink.
My name is Chriselle, and you should choose me as your own pink because I am the ultimate rock star, and I'm gonna rock your world.
Rock it, baby, yeah!
Oh no, dude, he's already too excited.
Rock it, baby, yeah!
It's one glimpse of a girl that reminds him of pink, and he loses it. Yes! Yes, finally! So from here, the girls have to compete in a series of challenges to see who would make the best pink.
Drop it like it's hot, dude. I'm watching the rock. Guess I won't be getting in any trouble with her.
So I thought it was gonna be like going on a date with him to see how he vibes with them, see if they remind him of pink at all. But the first challenge really threw me for a loop.
So let's get started with a few trivia questions for you. In what state is Pink's hometown, Doylestown, located?
Okay, wait, so they have to know personal details about Pink?
Pennsylvania.
She's got it, guys. She's got it.
And they do know personal details about Pink?
What does Pink's husband, Carrie Hart, do for a living?
A dirt bike rider?
How do they know this? Wait, so they don't just have to like look and act like Pink. They have to know intimate details of Pink's life. Why is that important? It's kind of making it seem like they don't just have to seem like Pink. They have to actually pretend to be Pink. Because once one of them wins the show, they might be out to dinner and Nick might be like, hey, what's your favorite kind of candy again? And they'll just have to pull it out of the tops of their heads. Nerd ropes. My favorite candy is Nerd Rope. He's not just looking for someone who's like Pink. He is looking for someone to pretend to be Pink for the rest of their lives. Last challenge of this show is gonna be sewing a pink skin mask onto your face. Gross. Why did I say that? It's also kind of interesting because Pink is known for kind of having an attitude, being a very confident woman. I feel like there's about a 0% chance that Pink would ever do a show like this, which is the funny thing. The show just ends with Nick being like, and the winner is... none of you guys. Yeah, none of you guys really seem that much like Pink to me. Pink would never do a show like this.
It's time for Nick to eliminate two of the girls who don't know enough to be his own Pink.
And my fourth and final choice is Dominique.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You will not regret this.
You got the four.
Dominique is hot, just like Pink.
She doesn't look like Pink, but she is hot, and Pink is hot, and, well, they both breathe air, and they both sort of eat food, so I guess she is kind of like Pink after all.
Ladies, congratulations. You're that much closer to becoming my own Pink.
Ugh. All right, next challenge. They have to become gymnasts.
Hello, ladies, and welcome to Anti-Gravity Sports. Before Pink became a rock star, she spent her childhood as a gymnast, and now it's your turn.
That's right, apparently Pink did gymnastics when she was little, and so these girls have to also learn gymnastics for some reason. I guess maybe it might come up on a date at some point in the future with this guy, like, hey, Pink did gymnastics when she was little, so she should probably remember some gymnastics, like a little bit of gymnastics. And he might want his girlfriend, who is pretending to be Pink, to do a little bit of gymnastics.
She is good.
She's good. too good. Not like Pink at all. Pink is not very good at gymnastics anymore. You're out of here, dude. So then they compete in some gymnastics, and based on that, Nick makes a few more eliminations.
And my third and final choice is...
Oh, and they cut to a commercial break midway through the eliminations for some reason. I guess this is like a big cliffhanger. I'm not really sure how. I'm not at all invested in any of these girls. I know so little about them. The only thing I know is if they know trivia about Pink and can do a little bit of gymnastics. Are there people at home rooting for one of these girls? Is that why this would be a cliffhanger? We've only known these girls for 12 minutes. I can't imagine forming that strong of a connection with them in that time. I want Dominique to win so bad. Her story is so inspiring. She deserves this. Ever since she was a little girl, she's wanted to be someone's personal Pink. She's got this in the bag.
Violet.
Fuck! The third and final challenge is that these girls have to perform a Pink song for Nick. They have to get dressed up like Pink. They've got to bring the attitude. They've got to bring a great vocal performance to win Nick's heart.
The only concern, will you, lucky girl, stupid girl.
It doesn't make any sense. Why do any of these challenges matter? Do they think that this is what Pink's day consists of? She wakes up in the morning, she gets questioned by her husband on where she grew up and like what record label she was signed to first. And then she goes to the gym to remember just a little bit of gymnastics. And then she comes home and does a personal performance for Nick. Yeah, that's probably what Pink does. I guess when you only see someone on the screen, you just kind of assume that what you saw them doing on the screen is what they're always doing. Whoever wins this show, she like goes home with Nick, and then that night she like gets in bed and she's about to go to sleep with him, and he's like, whoa, 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 hold up, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, we're gonna go to sleep now, right? And he's like, no. I have never seen Pink sleep. I don't think she does that. If you're gonna be my personal Pink, you can't do that. The only things I've seen Pink do are sing and dance and talk about having done gymnastics. So if you're not doing one of those two things, then I'm sorry, but you're not Pink. You're just some random ass girl. And she's like, I am some random ass girl. We met 3 hours ago. All right, it shows them prepping for the challenge, which is for some reason in a recording studio. They're recording the song, I guess, even though when they perform it live, they're not lip syncing. So I don't know why they had to record the song. And then they do the performances. And right off the bat, this girl looks so much like Pink, and none of the other girls look anything like Pink. It's so obvious that she's gonna win. But they put her first and then make the other two girls try to follow that up as if they have any chance of winning against this girl that actually looks like Pink. They do okay given the circumstances. I mean, they're probably just confused, perpetually confused about why they're here and what choices in life led them to be here. But maybe this is what they want. Maybe they have like pictures on their wall that just say like, guy that is obsessed with Pink. And that's their dream guy. That's who they've always wanted to be with. But even if that is the case, they definitely squander the opportunity.
Maybe if I act like that guy will call me back.
They did not impress.
It's time for Nick to bring down the lights on two of our hopefuls as he picks his very own Pink.
All right, it's time for him to pick his Pink. Who's it gonna be?
Ladies, all these performances were great.
No, they weren't.
Unfortunately, I can only pick one of you to be my own Pink. Desiree, I loved your performance, and you just look flat out hot.
Desiree, I loved your performance. Actually, honestly, who am I kidding? I wasn't paying attention to it at all, because you looked so fucking hot. So there's 3 girls here, and he only gets to pick one. It'd be kind of nice if his friends got a Pink too, just for the trouble, you know? I mean, they helped with a lot of this. I think their own personal Pink isn't too much to ask for.
Lacey, it's not you.
I like how the contestants who get eliminated don't leave once they're eliminated. They just get the lights turned off on them, and then they get to watch in the dark as the only girl that looks like Pink wins.
Violet, it's not you. Desiree, congratulations. My own Pink.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy for them. Can I go home now?
Desiree impressed me from the start. She looked like an Olympic athlete, and she rocked it on stage with her performance just like Pink would. Now that Desiree's my own Pink, I'm looking forward to getting into some trouble.
The ending is pretty lackluster, honestly. It just kind of like ends right here with them walking off together. We don't know what happens next, if they go on a date or anything like that. Honestly, maybe a good thing, because I'm not really sure if I want to know what happens next. I feel like best case scenario, and probably most likely, they walk off of this stage with their arms linked, and then once they get backstage, they just sort of split up and walk in opposite directions, don't even look at each other, and just never see each other again. It's either that, or this girl probably has some really weird stories to tell, so I guess it's just kind of up to our own interpretation. It's kind of like the end of Inception. You kind of get to decide what you think happened next. Do you think they got married, or do you think they're both dead? I don't know. Anything's possible. Guys, I've never really been the type of person to want to spend all my money decorating my living space with pictures of a celebrity that I adore, but honestly, thanks to today's sponsor, Current, managing my funds is so easy that I really feel like there's no reason not to. That's right, I went to Walgreens, I took my Current debit card, and I bought a picture of Tom Holland. I printed it out, I made the poor sap working at the printing station print out a big old picture of Tom Holland for me. Got my poster. And now I'm gonna put it on my wall. For those of you unaware, Current is banking for the modern age. It's banking entirely on your phone. I also bought this Scotch tape with my Current card. Current is hassle-free. They've got no hidden fees, no annual fees, nothing like that. They don't try to hide things from you like a traditional bank. They're very transparent, and it's totally free to sign up. You sign up, everybody gets a Current debit card, just like this one, so you could go and you could buy your very own Tom Holland poster. My favorite thing about being sponsored by Current is their generosity during these integrations. They're always giving away money to my followers just for signing up for Current. In fact, just over the last year, Current and I have given away $25,000 to people who watch just my videos. And today, we're giving away another $5,000. Shouts out to people in the past who have won before. People such as Stephanie Rod, 85, Stephanie Santo, 9, Linda Rebecca, Very Not Straight. All of these people have been paid by Current. How cool is that? Today we're going to be sending 10 people who use my code, Danny500, to sign up for Current, $500. They'll be chosen at random, so you don't have to be quick or anything. Just head on over there, sign up. In a couple weeks, we will select the winners and send them $500. Nothing else to it. So thank you again to Current for sponsoring this video. Very cool of you guys. And thank you to you guys for checking out Current. Thanks for watching the video. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. We are the fastest growing army on all of YouTube. Please do not look that up. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.